Good afternoon, ILHIMA members. I am Jenna Bishop-Beal, your president-elect. Earlier this week, voting members received an email for the ILHIMA Board of Election, which is currently open until February 2nd. We're meeting with several of our candidates, and today I am meeting with Leah Grebner, who is running for the position of Advocacy Director. Before we get started, Leah, why don't you tell our members a little bit about yourself as well as your professional background?
Okay, I'm Dr. Leah Grebner, and I'm currently serving in the role of Director of the Health Information Technology Program at Illinois Central College. I've worked in the health information management profession for over 30 years, and I've been in roles in acute care, skilled nursing, home health, physician office, and consulting before I went into education. I've also have previous board experience. I've been Director of Advocacy, Communication, and can't think of the other one. Advocacy, communication.
And
I've
our
had all three
president.
directors. Huh?
And our president.
Yeah, well, I've been president before too. I'm president-elect, past president, and president a couple of years ago.
Nice. All right, so let's get started with some of our candidate questions. Can you tell us a little bit about what your understanding of the role of the advocacy director is?
It's keeping people informed about legislative activities, communicating pertinent information to members through e-alerts and social media, and communicating with elected officials to advocate for the AHIMA agenda.
So how has all of your vast experiences professionally, background with the association experiences that you have prepared you for this particular role?
Well, I attended and participated in the Advocacy Summit in Washington, D.C. last year, and this included attending educational sessions prior to the meeting that we had with the staff members of the elected officials.
What strategies would you implement to engage with our members in a more actively involved in legislative and advocacy issues?
We need to get the word out to members and remove the fear factor about advocacy. We need to promote awareness of the AHIMA advocacy agenda, which is to improve individual access to information, protect individuals' privacy, advance health equity, strengthen the HI workforce, pursue better information flow, improve payment and delivery methods. We also need to provide continuing education about advocacy at our various meetings that we have.
Can you give us an example of a successful collaboration or an advocacy campaign that you've been involved in in the past?
Last year when we went to the Advocacy Summit, we met with Eric Sorensen, staff member, and he's a newly elected official, and his staff member was really engaged when we were there. It really felt like she was truly engaged and interested in the information that we were providing.
What are some of the things, policies, legislation policies, advocacy challenges that you foresee the individual that's going to be elected in this particular role? What are some of the challenges that he or she will be facing?
Just staying on top of the changes as they're being introduced. And we have made that easy through the ILHIMA website. We have a new tool that's on the website to help maintain that. But it is important that that person does stay connected with that to make sure that they're on top of it. Also, just getting the members to participate in advocacy things. It's not just the advocacy director, but it's the membership as a whole that we need to get participation from.
Do you have any ideas of how you would get those members more active in the advocacy process?
I think continuing education, number one, about the importance of advocacy, but number two, just about how easy it is. AHIMA has tools out there that we can use. ILHIMA provides tools for the members to use as well. Knowing what the issues are that we're going to be looking at, and just how to communicate with elected officials.
And then what is your vision for this role? And then how do you plan to advance the vision with the 2-year term?
My vision is that we reinstate the state level advocacy summit, and I currently am pursuing and arranging for this state level advocacy summit to Hill Day event to occur. I've been communicating with offices of state officials, Winstaller and Ryan Spain so far at this point, trying to get that to happen.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, because we on the board, we do that advocacy through a national level. So it'd be interesting to see how we could do it through the state level through Illinois down in Springfield.
Yeah, years ago we did have a state advocacy summit Hill Day,
Okay,
but that went away with COVID. So we're working on, I'm currently serving on the advocacy committee, and my role in that is working on getting that to happen.
nice. So how do you plan upon building the advocacy? And I guess you could take it from the day, from the start of COVID, to the end of COVID and all of those kind of changes. How do you kind of build upon the advocacy and the legislative work that your predecessors have done?
Well, we can learn a lot about what people have done in the past. And we found that out last year at the Advocacy Summit. Colleen Goethals was really instrumental, and we had a bunch of first timers going to Hill Day last year, at the Advocacy Summit.
Mhm.
And so I think I can pass that on to people by, just, first of all, taking the fear factor out and, saying, these are just regular people that we're talking to, and, you're the one that's the expert on the information that we're conveying to them, and they want to hear from the constituents.
Okay, and then so last question, kind of a interesting one. What are some long-term strategies that you can propose that strengthens ILHIMA's position within the legislative matters within the state level as well as the national level?
I think just keeping the lines of communication open with the offices of the elected officials, and we need to be consistent with our message that we convey.
Well, Leah, it's been great chatting with you, getting to know you a little bit better, and I wish you nothing but the best of luck.
Thank you.